Well, hello everybody. Hello gentlemen from around the world. Welcome to eSeniors GT3 World Championships on Assetto Corsa Competizione, the league for over 50-year-old drivers. That we compete for bragging rights only. But and remember, sim racing is a sport, so that makes us athletes, at least e-athletes. We are in round 7. Season 7, round 4 of an 8 race season, and we are at Watkins Glen today in the US of A. Joining me today is Jeremy Arobas and Jonathan Woods. Say hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So yeah, we're just starting qualifying just now. So Watkins Glen, classic track, host of the US Formula One race for many, many years. Jonathan, what do you think about Watkins Glen?
Oh, God, man. So, you know, when it comes to Watkins Glen, historically for Formula One, it only evokes sad memories, unfortunately. You know, we lost a great driver. I think it was in 1972, was it? Was it Francois Sever?
Yeah,
he had
Francois Sever.
He had an absolutely just a terrible, terrible accident during qualifying. I mean, it puts, like, you know, shivers down my spine thinking about it. It's one of those things that you don't want to think about. But, you know, Watkins Glen, it's really more famous for, you know, NASCAR racing and, you know, tin tops, GT3 racing and the above. Not so much for Formula One, because I think the last time that we raced Formula One at Watkins Glen was probably in the mid-70s.
I guess the NASCAR guys use the short loop, which comes across the top of the boot, I think, eh? That's what I was reading about.
I didn't know NASCAR was there. Yeah.
No.
Possible.
Yeah, it's good NASCAR track. But I think, you know, what we should do is do a quick track map. If we can go with one of the drivers, let's see. Who's number 230? 230 is just about to start his lap.
It's Patrick Larson.
Larson, okay, let's do him. There he is. There he goes.
Find
across
him
the start-finish line.
So as it goes across that start-finish line, that first turn it's called the 90, obviously, because it's a 90-degree turn. You got to hit that apex. You can go run a little bit wide on the exit. Then you've got the S's. It's a flat out in a GT3, a right, a left, and a right. You want to do as little steering input as possible so you can keep as much speed going down this following straight, which is flat out in 6th gear. And then they're going to hit the inner loop, which is like a little bus stop, but it's super fast. And if you miss the line and get too much on those curbs, the exit is just an absolute mess. Then you've got, following that, the outer loop, which is a very, very fast right-hander. You're just really feathering the throttle before you go down to the chute, which is a left-hander. This is a well-cambered corner, so you can get on the gas really, really early before you go to a section called the boot. This is the toe of the boot. You're going to go uphill here. It's off camber, so the back end just wants to step out all the way. Try and get on the gas as you go down this main straight here of the boot to the heel. Wonder why it's called the heel, guys. But anyway, it is a right-hander. You brake just before the 100-meter board, down into 2nd gear. You can go over the curbs on the right here. This next left-hander has no name, but it's off camber. So once again, the car just wants to drift wide. Very, very loose before you get to the second from last corner. Once again, no name, but it's a little lift back on the power when you hit the apex to this next right-hander, which is the last corner. Once again, it's really hard to hit that apex, but once you do get on the power, that is a lap of Watkins Glen with Mr. Larson, the Swede, in the Ferrari.
Did a nice, decent job, 145-ish. Look at that. Chris Moses came up with 144.
To put it into perspective, so the Group 2 pole position was a 144.9.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a 143 low? We'll see some 143s for sure.
Just lost it. Yeah. Chris Moses just lost it.
Did he?
Into chicane. He had to
in pre-qualifying, Danny Holtz did a 43.7 43.7 or 43.6, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to hit low 43s.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
We'll see.
A 42? A 42?
I don't know. You know, we didn't see the usual suspect, who is Peter Wolfschleiner and Chris Moses. We didn't see them do like really hot laps.
No.
So I don't know. I'm assuming, you know, if we relate it directly to Danny Holtz, who we haven't seen in a long time, has to be said. You know, we saw him at the last race. He had some issues. But I want to say that, you know, still Peter and Chris are going to be faster. So low 43s into 42s, maybe.
Peter may be laying in the weeds there. He didn't. I don't know if he showed his best in the practice runs there from a few minutes ago.
Well, everyone should have completed their first run by now, and so Danny and Chris have not posted a time, along with Stefan Buckley, Grolty, and Mark Stevens.
Chris Bourne either.
All right.
See, Chris Moses P1, John Saunders a 1/10 of a second behind, and then Tommy Hellstrom, Mr. McSharpenberry,
He's got a good lap going.
And Peter Wolf.
McSharpenberry's got a great lap going. He's been in the 44s. And his first name is Richard.
And Meche Paunoff up to 4th place.
Oh, yeah. See, Richard had ended up in second. 144.49. Nice.
Lots of Ferraris on track.
Yes.
Yeah, you think?
All new ones, too, huh? I just noticed.
The top 4 are separated by less than 2/10 of a second.
Wow.
So where
let's see what our friend Danny Holtz in Germany can come up with, because he is the man on the move, I think.
No, he just hit the wall.
Did he really?
Yeah. He just hit the wall.
Back in the pits.
So
It's funny, isn't it? You know, once again, it's, okay, pre-qualifying or practice, you know, you can knock out an amazing time, but when the shit hits the fan, in actual qualifying, it's difficult to pull out that fast lap.
That's right.
I was just telling Jonathan before we came on air, Jeremy, I pulled off a number of personal bests during the race. How about
Very
you?
nice.
How about you?
Very nice. No, I was good with consistent with all the times I had all week. I didn't go faster, but I saw you were much closer in this race than before. That's good.
I did a little bit more practicing. A little bit more practicing this week. So Chris was on a best lap, but I think he just lost it there in that corner.
And congratulations to our top 3 in Group 2. So the winner was Andy Driscoll, and then second place was Robert Obando, and third place on the podium was Hugo Caballero.
Oh, nice.
So great job. Hopefully we'll get a good race here today on Group 1.
Yeah, and right now Robert is breaking everything in his house. He's very upset about that second.
Oh, he's not. I think he's actually really, really happy to get that second place.
I know.
He's kind of got a monkey off his back because, you know, Robert, he's really fast, but he always makes like some kind of error, which puts him like really, really far back. But today he didn't do that. Today. So, yeah, he got that monkey off his back. He got the second place. So next week he's going to be gunning for P1.
Good for it. Good to hear.
Oh, Chris is putting in... Oh, he just started his lap. That's why. I was following... Let's follow the Wolfman here.
Yes, I'm surprised because we're halfway through qualifying and not much is happening so far. I mean, very close.
Yeah,
very close.
Danny Holtz hasn't even put in a lap yet.
Yeah, I mean, the time's only half a second off the Group 2 time. You know, the pole time with Driscoll was 44.9.
Yeah. Well,
so I thought that they were going to murder that time, frankly.
What are our... Oh, look at the temperatures are a little different. 24, 29. Maybe that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We had some variability in the temperature this week, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, look at this. Derek Bird, our all-time Porsche Cup champion, is P19 right now, 2 seconds, 0.3 down. But I'm sure he's going to improve, but that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Derek yesterday about this, and he said that he was really struggling with the GT3 car. He just couldn't get any speed out of it. So, well, I guess we'll see. That I mean, he concentrates a lot on the Cup car, and maybe concentrating on the GT3 might help. But then, we're passionate about our Cup car. But let's check. Let's follow Peter Wolfschleiner. He's in P4. And he just started his lap. He's coming into the bus stop here. He's down on his time already. He is not improving.
Nope.
Which is very unlike what we normally see from Peter. So, yeah, I mean, he's almost half a second down.
I'm following Danny here. He's going to put his first lap in. It looks pretty quick from what I see. Here he comes.
Ooh, and Peter, Peter went
Oh, there he
wide.
goes. Pole.
Donny Halls, 144.037.
Yeah, great lap. 0.4 faster than Chris Moses. And I know he can go faster. And he will go faster.
There's Chris. Halfway through the lap. Who else has got a good lap going?
Branko Bejak is also in the mix. He's in P8, half a second off the pole.
Top 11 drivers in the same second.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, so top 11 drivers basically would have taken pole position for the Group 2 race.
That's right.
That's why we have
Normally it's the top 20, which is interesting.
Yes.
I think this is one of those tracks where it's a little bit of an equalizer, where the field kind of closes up.
Is it really? I don't know.
I think so. There's a less disparity between first and last at this track.
So it's so fast. Everything's fast, right? It's a lot of fast corners. Once you get it going. Ooh.
Yeah, and
So
you're not so punished when you go slightly offline. There's so many different lines to take through these corners. If your style is to take an early apex, which is me, it's very difficult to improve. But if you're a late apex driver, like some of these guys, or if you're able to, change your driving style to suit the course, like a lot of these guys, then you can get you can maximize the lap time.
Danny was up on he was up on his time, but he lost it in the last corner, so he improved slightly. Chris Moses
looks like
is in the pits.
Chris Moses is settling down for P2.
Yeah.
He's in the pits with less than 3 minutes to go.
He's going to come back out, though. He's figured it out. He improved by 0.3, and it's only a tenth of a second off pole now.
He is coming out again.
He is. You're right.
5 liters of gas in, away he goes. Oh, Danny is still. Yep. Danny's got more in him. Look at that. Right now he's a 0.4 up on his lap. So he's into the 143s. Oh, half a second up. So he's going for it now.
Wow.
Yeah, he's trying to seal the deal, I think, isn't he?
He will if he gets a half a second, maintains that.
Yeah, that Ferrari is the new animal, that's for sure.
What a change, eh? Nobody wanted to drive that thing.
Yeah, and a few years ago, when we first started eSeniors, everyone wanted to drive the bloody Ferrari, didn't they?
Oh.
It was Ferraris and Porsches all around. Just hand them out.
Yeah. But the new McLaren is surprisingly nice and beautiful to drive as well. I think it will be a car very much used in Season 8.
So Danny's still up 0.4 of a second. That should seal the deal. Chris is going to try and put 1 lap in, I think. He's going to have 1 out lap. And lost a little bit on that corner.
Yeah, and Chris is behind Peter LaFrance. And
143.8.
He lost about 2 tenths. Yeah. He lost a quarter of a second in the last 2 corners even. Wow. There's Chris.
And John Saunders is coming up on Chris Moses. And they're going to touch. They're going to... Oh, no, they just... They didn't have contact, but, they got in each other's way going across just before the start-finish line. And, obviously this is the last lap of quali. So
Chris just lost it right there.
That's destroyed John Saunders' final lap of qualifying.
That's for
And I
sure.
think it might have disturbed Chris Moses' beginning of his final lap. Let's see.
Yeah, he went almost sideways in that
Yeah,
first turn. Yeah.
yeah. So he's 4 tenths down. So it's Danny Holtz's pole position, unless Peter Wolfschleiner can pull something out of the bag here on his final lap. And I don't think he's got enough. He's going into the bus stop, and he's basically even with his best time, which is 3/4 of a second down on Danny Holtz.
Merche's got a half decent lap going, actually. He's got up a 1/4 of a second right now. That'll get him maybe third or fourth or fifth. I'll get him fifth, right, for sure. Merche's sneaky, isn't he?
I think it's great that like Merche can like just get into the cup car and be competitive. Then the next day, just hop into the GT3 and be completely competitive again. It's brilliant.
Yes.
It's been fun to watch him improve over the last couple of years. So he is up only 1/10 now. So that should get him at least one position.
So will we see again pit stop drama? You know, pit stop will change everything mid-race.
Well, look, you know what? Let me tell you something here. So when you look at the top three, Danny Holtz, Merche just
P3
improved to P3.
He did it all in the last corner.
This is going to dovetail on what I was going to say, but we've added one person into the mix. So if you look at Danny Holtz, Chris Moses, Merche Paunoff, John Saunders, those are the 4 guys out of the field, I would say, are probably the most aggressive, right? But are also the fairest as well. These guys are hard-ass racers. So this is going to be freaking excellent. And then Peter Wolfschlein is in P6. Who would have guessed that would happen? Hello.
I know.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's. I don't think Porsches are very comfortable on this track. It doesn't look that way.
I don't know. Maybe he just hasn't taken his blue pill tonight.
I gotta interrupt you guys because I'm gonna go over. I forgot to go through the standings here. Peter, the Wolfman, is in first place, very close, only 9 points ahead of John Saunders, and Peter has got second, a first, and a second. John Saunders has got a third, and first. Next is Chris Bourne. Chris Bourne, where did he end up qualifying? Quite far down, the 11th. He is in third place, 181, about 20 points back of second. Steve Young, Mr. Sky 194, is fourth with 168, so he's 20 points back of third. And Chris Moses, he's got some work to do because he finished 20th in the second race, so he's way back in fifth place. All right, so interesting. It's going to be a great race. Well, Watkins Glen all week has provided great races, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's with Danny Holtz on pole, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And will Peter be able to pressure drivers ahead of him?
Yeah, and then we've got pit stop to deal with as well.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the spec race was fun. I streamed that. That was amazing. And especially with the McLarens, people driving the McLarens for the first time, because it was the new McLaren, I should say.
Yeah, it was fun. And I believe that spec series, I wish next season will be more drivers. I love that series. I love the fact that we all drive and race the same car. And I think visually as well, it's spectacular. But it's growing, and hope more guys will join in next season.
And we're also going to throw out. We started a new idea with Sundays to Wednesdays.
Yes.
Doing unofficial fun races at 9:30 Eastern.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's been well attended.
6:30 Pacific.
Mm-hmm. We've been fairly well attended. At least 10 guys, but it'd be fun to have 15 or 20. So those of you listening, join us at that time if you can. Those guys in Europe get up in the middle of the night and have fun. Sometimes you can't sleep. So, what about the start? Who is going to
Here
do
we
John
go.
Saunders might have an interesting start, huh?
Well, we got to hope that everyone stays on in their pit box, because of the Group 2 race, that didn't happen, and we had the guy in P2 jump the guy in pole position. So everyone is going to be very, very focused on that start. I'm sure everything will be good to go, and they'll be lined up well. But you know, with this new model, with the new tire model, cold tires is going to be an issue on that first lap. You've got John Saunders in the BMW, and he tends not to do as well on cold tires. And
I was
it's
just going
probably
to say that,
he's probably the first person who will admit that he needs to improve there, and maybe he already has. But you know, he's a BMW in a mix with 4 Ferraris around him.
Richard McSharpenberry, he's in rarefied air in the first 5 guys, I think. I don't think he's started that high up, has he? So
I don't think he has. No.
No. The guy we haven't really talked about is Brad Mears. He's usually pretty quick. He's up there also. Well, it's a great top 10, that's for sure.
Yep.
Put it on Moses.
They're going to start their engines. And we're ready to go.
There we are.
Here they go.
Oh, I'm not in the right mode here, I don't think. There we are.
Like, Chris was a little bit slow to get away, but he's recovered. It looks like they're lining up nicely. And this is a very, very quick start here. So they've already gone through the second from last corner. They're going to go through the last corner now, and it's a very, very short straight before they hit the green light.
Yeah, they're nicely lined up. Yep. Here we go. Get close.
And 701, wasn't that Derek Bird in the pits?
Is
We're
it?
racing. We're racing. Good
Yep.
start.
So Danny has the inside line for T1, and he's got that inside line.
There's contact.
Yeah, we've got contact here in the back, a car backwards and a car on the grass.
Ranko is on the grass. There's some side by side going down the straight.
But we've got Danny in the lead, and then Chris Moses, Merche Paunoff, John Saunders is actually P5. He lost the place to Rich McSharpenberry. So the top 5, only John lost the place, and the top 4 places are with the Ferraris. So the old man will be happy right now, eh?
Derek Bird's back in 22nd place. He must have got caught up in that.
Yeah, Derek Bird, it looked like he started from the pit lane.
Oh, that's right. He started from the pit lane. You're right.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I don't know. Maybe he had to go and pee. Who knows? He definitely missed the start, though. It's the one time you don't want to miss.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a... There's 3 cars here all together. Lots of cars together, actually.
So who was and Peter is doing the inside, yeah, and he's through. Yeah. Bill Maris.
So from the start, McSharpenberry made up the 1 spot on Wolfschlein, and that's the only change within the top 7. So that's a clean start, is what you would call that.
Yeah, I think he got John Saunders. So Saunders was in 4th, so he jumped Saunders.
Yeah.
And I think Peter, initially off the start, he lost the place to Mary's, and then he just took that back right at the end of the lap. So now he's actively seeking out John Saunders for 5th place.
There's John's. Chris is making some time up on Larson.
Danny Holz already has a 1.2 second lead. He means business today.
Yeah, Chris Moses must be thinking, who the hell is this Holt guy?
Right.
But he's come out of nowhere and he's blowing us away.
There's the top 3 looking at Big split there already. 2.5 between all three of them. Although Chris just went wide.
Good stuff.
So our top leaderboard, or our top driver in the league, is sitting in 6th place right now. He's getting
he's the
held
one
up
to
a little
watch,
bit by
isn't
this
he?
group. Where's that?
He's definitely the one to watch.
Yeah, yeah. He's right on Saunders' tail. He's right up against Saunders right now. He's the top Porsche. So 4 Ferraris, a BMW, and a Porsche as a top 6.
2-second lead now in
Wow.
2 laps.
And his
Now I'm starting to question how many fuel he has on board. Will be interesting to see if he has a different pit stop strategy here.
he was really quick though. I mean, he's put up a 1:44.5, which he did in qualification.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody else has broken the 1:45.5 mark. That's why he's up. He got his times in early. But these 4 right here, it's going to be, Peter really wants to get by John.
But you know what I like? I like the fact that this group, we used in the past, we used to always the same drivers leading, and it's good to see that has changed. And
Ooh, like Hellstrom and Flenstead just got together.
yeah,
That looked like a tap from behind, and I think Flenstead might have given Hellstrom just a little tap. 2 Swedes going at it.
Not too much damage, they're still going. Up ahead of them too, there's a little bit between Don and Ryan Chubb. There's a little bit of paint trading there a second ago. Looks like Peter is right into John Saunders.
And Chris Bourne is right up Peter Larsen's tail as well.
I love the fact that how to see all the cars so close is really thrilling.
Oh, Peter just went wide. Who's that behind Peter? That's Mr. Mears. He's going to catch up because of that. But right up ahead, Richard is right on Murchie's tail too. This is going to be a heck of a race.
Yeah, and Peter is actually really struggling for pace, I think. He's got Mary's right behind him.
You know what? I think
Darling.
I think I mentioned that before. Yeah, I don't think the Porsche are having fun driving this track.
Look at this grouping right here. Flenchstack, Ollie, and the whole grouping. Look at the lineup of guys. Ollie, who was it? Brian Chubb, Ollie, Flenchstack, we're following. Get in there. Maybe I'll get in their cockpit here. Look how close all these guys are. And then right behind them is another little group. All the way back to Pierre LaFrance. Look at that. A little train of 6 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the fight right at the very back is probably the best fight that we have on track. Even though we've got fights all the way down the field, but I mean, we want to be looking at what's going on at the front, but what's going on right at the back is also like quite exciting.
Here's our top 6. So these 4 guys are just a little bit further back than the podium. The gap here is just can't get by John. As we know, it's tough to pass. You gotta get
Oh yeah.
Danny Holtz is literally pulling a second a lap.
wow.
Yeah, he's 3.6 seconds ahead.
But oddly enough, Peter Wolfschleiner, the Wolf, has the best first sector. So he's being held up possibly, huh?
Looks like it, yeah.
But he's a second slow on the 2 other sectors than Danny. And right? This back grouping there in the 15th to 20th is just amazing. Oh, Billy Stewart just went off. Let's see what happened to him.
Yep.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah, he stopped.
Yeah, you know, it looks like he clattered the
Oh.
barrier at the
Whoa, he hit the curb and just
at the bus stop. Yeah, and his car would have been completely demolished by that.
Yeah.
So he's in the transport
Wow.
pit. Yeah, he's back in the pit.
They look like
Alright,
they
boys,
look like
fix
foam
it up,
barriers,
please.
but they're not.
Yeah.
Look at this, man. You have 4, 5, 6, and 7 back to back, literally.
Yep. This group here, this group of Ollie, Kenny, Holmes, LaFrance, they
Mer-
all know
Mer-
each other quite well too.
Mercury is feeling the heat.
Is he holding them up, you think? Let's go on with Richard to see if he can make. Oh, Merchant just went
He
wide.
went wide. He went wide.
Yeah, but you'll see that even though he went wide, it's not enough.
No.
No, you're right.
Not enough at all.
Depends on why you go wide, I guess, if you're sliding like crazy. Oh, Richard's taking a look.
Yeah, and Merche took the defensive line. I had to do that a couple of times yesterday on Derek. Danny now 4 seconds plus ahead.
Wow. That's amazing. Something going on here. Oh, Peter's taking a good look.
Oh, Peter, in the inside of John Saunders.
Yep. And is he going to send it? He can. And he probably should. No, he can't.
Wasn't quite there. Didn't quite get into the
Yeah,
quarter panel.
John was very late on the brakes there.
Oh,
Oh, this is fun, isn't it? Look at this. And you can't. There's only one line through there, it really is. Otherwise you're in the barrier.
this is a corner you can have different styles going into. Let's just watch to see where Peter's quicker. I think he is. His best lap's only 145.
Yeah, you know, Peter kind of demonstrated in qualifying that he doesn't have the ultimate pace of the front runners. So I think he'll actually be relishing this because, you know, he can practice the racecraft and have some fun.
Brad's right up behind him though. He might have to go defensive a bit.
It's pretty clear. Ferraris dominating this track. We have four Ferraris. P1, 2, 3, and 4.
We're only 12 minutes into the race.
I know. Crazy.
And Chris got a 3-second lead on Merch. Oh, look at that, top 4 guys. Ferraris.
It's going to be a fierce battle for P3, that's for sure.
I'm going to jump back down here too, a couple of races in the back.
Yeah, there's a good battle going on between Brian Chubb and Don Queen.
Don's made up a few spots, hasn't he?
I
Don's
believe he
made up
did,
5
yeah.
spots. 5 spots. He started in 19th, he's in 14th.
Yeah.
He's got he's made up the most spots of anybody.
Oh, Peter just hit the wall on the last corner.
Oh no.
He just brushed the wall.
Wow.
See if he has any damage there.
So he's really
Yeah,
driving.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he has quite a lot of scuffs on the left-hand side of his car.
He maintained his position though, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Go back to So Don is actually leading this little pack of 3 or 4. Was Chubb up close to him earlier, Jeremy?
I'm sorry?
Was Chubb was up close to him? There he is there.
Yeah, it was very close to him, and now it's a little further down. It's almost a second.
Oh, we've got a spinner. Is Mark Stevens just spun? He was in 12th place.
Let's watch that. Oh, nice. His black Mercedes. This is the only Mercedes, I think, huh? Oh, it's that corner. Yeah.
He's trying to wait for a spot to get going again because there was just a line of traffic.
That last
so he gets going. Yeah, he's going to be in last position. Lucky he didn't hit anything actually, because it looked like he spun coming out of the bus stop there.
Yeah, just back end just flew up off the curb.
Gentlemen, Danny Halls, 6 seconds gap with Chris Moses.
He's on a different planet, is our Danny.
That's incredible.
And then just so that all the viewers actually know, like Danny Holtz, he's not new to eSeniors. He's been with us for for quite a number of seasons now, for at least a year, 18 months. He's a really busy guy, so there are times when he just can't commit to like full seasons. But this guy is bloody fast, really incredible. And he's a great guy to talk to. Really fun dude.
What a demonstration today from him.
Let's watch a lap. So he is on a pace right on this lap that we're watching. Basically his 144 pace. He's just doing lap after lap.
He's almost adding a second gap every lap. It's absolutely incredible.
Pit window just opened.
Yeah.
He had a little.
Nikos is asking for camera on Chris Bourne.
Okay. Oh, Peter, something happened to Peter. Peter spun out. Oh, let's take a look at that one.
Peter spun out.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. He's done.
There it is.
Wow.
Oh, just the back end just gone.
Yeah, he's done. Well, he's trying to get back on track.
There he's coming now. Oh, just.
Oof. Ooh.
Yeah, oof is right. That's French.
Wow.
That was French. Oof.
Oof is right.
All right, so Peter ended up where? Way down, didn't he?
So what actually happened there?
His back end just came off.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's off again. He's on the grass.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's driving a completely destroyed car. He's probably going to take it to the pits and keep on racing.
So
I don't think Peter is a driver.
Oh gosh, yeah. He's got a flappy bonnet.
Oh yeah.
The right side of his car is a mess. The front of his car is a mess. The left side of his car is a mess.
Oh, that was a major incident. Yeah, you see, I told you, we saw him struggle with the car, and you said you even noticed he brushed the wall. So he doesn't have the control he usually has on that car.
His rear end is actually quite pristine, but yeah, he's just come into the pits. He's just rolled in, so he's going to be sitting there for at least a minute or so, getting everything fixed up, I guess.
Yeah.
I see why. Was it Nikos that asked for Chris Bourne? Because
yes,
Chris is up 5 spots too. He's doing a great race.
He's in P7 right now.
In AMG, it's good running, good.
I think Peter is allowed like one bad race a season, right? Maybe this is just it.
And another guy we haven't seen is it Terry? Tommy Hellstrom. He's giving Steve Young.
So, yeah, you know what's interesting is like Bill Mary's car is in really bad shape.
It is, isn't it?
He has,
he's all over the place as well.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to stay in front of Chris, that's for sure. And the pit stop is going to really hurt him as well.
Yeah, in terms of fixing it, eh?
That's right.
Well, 18 minutes into the race, we might start seeing some interesting strategies where not really that many guys that close together.
Yeah, Mary's, if you look at the front of his car, so he's got a floppy bonnet as well, and the front end of his car is an absolute mess. So what the hell did he hit?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing him. Yeah, and here
he goes.
He's now being challenged by Chris Bourne, who he thinks the better of it. Yeah, probably not a good idea to go through there, Chris.
I don't even know how he's driving this car.
He's using the force. Or something.
Yeah, you can use the force or you can use the down force.
Or you can use the Schwartz.
That is from that movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Spaceball.
Yeah.
That's what Spaceball uses the Schwartz.
There's got to be an eSeniors group here on the mics.
Always.
Yeah, I think Chris is going to make. He'll pass in the next little while.
I mean, they both need to pit. So.
Has anybody pitted yet? Nope.
Yeah, we're not quite at half distance yet. So.
Here's Fix It Pit Stop is going to qualify. He's green now, so he'll qualify at least for a pit stop. There he goes.
And in comes Mary's. Yeah.
All right, so where we got anybody up now? There. Grouping here. And another grouping here.
Do you think when they pit that? So Chris Moses, he's got 8 seconds. He's 8 seconds behind Danny Holtz. He can't touch him when it comes to out and out pace. Do you think Chris Moses will risk hitting without taking tires and gaining 5 seconds, hoping that Danny Holtz has some kind of issue so that he gets out ahead?
That's a very good question.
I wonder if by the way, I wonder if anybody's practiced running the whole race on the same tires. That might be something to try during practice sessions during the week.
I'm pretty sure some are opting for no tires.
Watch out here! Watch out here! Some traffic got into these two guys, and everybody bounced off walls.
The Maris is in the pits. By the way, Billy Stewart is in the chat and he's asking for a medic card.
Ask him if he has medical insurance.
So Saunders is in his merry little spot there in 5th place again. He's held it all. Let me take a look at where everybody is. So the top 3 guys. Chris Bourne's at 6th at the moment. Wow.
Yes.
All the leaders have gone down the pit straight, so they're not pitting.
So Bill Maris is done with his pit stop. Yeah, so let's see now. I'm very curious to see what Danny's going to do.
In terms of pit stop.
Yeah, wouldn't it be amazing if he just opts for just fuel? No tires. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that.
Peter has finished his pit stop with all his repairs and he's 2 laps down, 21st. That sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it'll tighten up the lead standings anyway.
You sure will.
Derek Bird is in P15 after, he was almost last.
Yeah, a few other notables also. Peter LaFrance is in P14. Stephen Buckley, he has a different spelling of his name after his European score. Buccielli. He's in P13. You've got Don Queen in 11th. He's gained a lot of spaces. He'll be really happy about that, will Don.
You know who's up the most? 10 spots is Mr.
Oh, and Peter is crashing! Ah! No, Peter! Oh, yeah, he got it all wrong going through the bus stop, and he slid all the way down the road, and he ended up in that same spot that Mark Stevens had. He's got going again now, so he only lost a couple of spots, I think, but that was scary. I was sitting with him that whole time as a passenger.
back on now. Mr. Stefano Buccilli, he is up 10 spots. I don't recognize his name.
Very nice.
He is in, where is he? He's
And,
in,
Richard is coming in the pits.
Yeah, Rich McSharpenberry is pitting.
he's the first guy.
Yep. And we're about there, you know, we're at half distance now.
Yeah. Let's see what Danny's up to. Get in his cockpit. His last lap was a 1:44.5. Chris Moses' last lap was under 1:45.35. So again, 8/10 of a second faster. So everybody will be all over the place now for a little while with the pit stops. So really the top three can barely see each other. Merche, there's Merche's view. You can maybe see Chris in the distance.
And after 13 laps, he's 10 seconds ahead.
Wow.
Incredible. It's a real demonstration to their front end.
I mean, there's not 10 seconds between second and fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think John Saunders is trying to threaten, starting to threaten Merche for P3. It will be interesting to see when the pit stop. Oh, and here, John Saunders
John
is going
goes
in the
in.
pit.
And so
And
Chris
Chris
Ward right
Ward.
behind him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looked like he took a last second decision, Chris. when
Chris
he saw him.
Moses
And
is
Chris
in.
Ward,
Chris
yeah.
Moses as well. Chris Moses is in the pits as well. So here we go. So when is Danny gonna pit?
Was it the Porsche Cup race? Somebody stayed out for like 4 or 5 laps longer than everybody else and came out.
Christopher is asking you to mic up the volume in the mix to get more car sounds.
More car sounds? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Should be a bit better.
So no pit stop for Danny, Merchant, Steve, Mr. Broadtree, Chris Moses. We have a stop and go.
John Saunders.
Incredible. That's incredible. Wow. Okay. You gotta stop and stop and go or speeding in the pits. Yeah.
That's not the first time we've had that
And Danny goes past the pit lane again. So no pit
Wow.
this time around.
Yeah. So there goes my theory. He had less fuel.
Yeah, I mean his last lap was a 44.8. So you know he has no reason to pit until he has to. You know, for the actual pit stop requirement. He's in a really good groove right now. Merche in the pits.
Probably some airtime there. He was battling with Derek. So
Yeah, Derek temporarily up to P5. Till everyone, till he goes into the pit.
Ooh, and Danny Holt just went on the grass there. I think he's starting to lose his tires there. I mean,
let's watch him. Yeah, he lost some time on that one. That might make him
yeah,
think about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he'll come in this lap.
Lost a second on that lap. So the top 5 guys are all in now, except for Danny. Yep, there he goes.
Yep, here he comes.
Who was the first guy out? Merche. Moses was in second, right? He was ahead of Merche by 5 seconds right now.
And Danny was very close to the limiter as he came in. I don't think it was a penalty, but it was close. So we're waiting for Chris Moses, number 36.
Look, I'm on him now, so that's
Yeah,
he's second. We'll see what the gap will be to him and.
I mean, he was 10 seconds behind, so.
Yeah. Danny's not moving yet.
He is
Here we
now.
go. Yeah.
Moving now.
I think the gap has increased. I think it's now closer to 15 seconds.
See that? Yeah. He's 10 seconds behind Bird, who's technically in second.
Meanwhile,
Look
Young.
what's happening. Look at what is happening behind Danny Holt. You have Derek Bird and Peter Woodson battling.
so Chris Moses is 9 seconds behind. So basically status quo.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's that battling with Derek?
Derek is
That's
Peter.
That's
Peter, right?
Yeah, these two are having some fun, eh?
Danny's.
Oh,
and
Peter
sideways
understeered
again.
off. Yeah, Peter's really struggling at that spot. It's not the first time we've seen him struggle there, huh? Like that Porsche just wants to swap ends under power. You'd think it was a cup car or something.
This is the only battle for position right now. It's close. Tommy Hellstrom and Steve Young still on board with Steve. With Hellstrom.
Yes, he does.
It's quite a complicated looking back end of that car.
It is, yeah. Hellstrom, is he going to have a go? Turn one, he's looking. He's going to go, no, didn't want to go for the dive. In fact, Steve was very late on the brakes there.
So let's recap. Danny is now 11 seconds up on second place. Chris. And Merche's 5 seconds back in third place. Another 5 seconds for McSharman Berry. So everybody's spread out a little bit in the top 5, huh?
Yeah, and Chris Bourne is way down. He was down in 9th place now.
He's out. Yeah, he's out now.
So he definitely lost some time.
So Tommy's going to get by Steve Young, I think, at some point. Looks like he's got some good pace. And Don Queen.
Yeah, so we had quite a little shuffle of the cars there after the pit stop. You know, all of a sudden now we have Richard P4, Maris P5, Patrick Larson P6, Steve Young P7. You know, Chris Bourne is down now to P9.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's been a change after, and Danny, 12 second gap now with P2. Incredible.
Billy and Branko both in the pits. Yeah, 9 and 13 laps behind. I haven't seen much of Craig Holmes. He's currently in 20.
Yeah, Craig just got lapped by Danny Holtz. I don't know if he had an incident or not.
Side by side going in. He is going to take a shot at it. He's going to make it stick. Yes, he is. That was a nice pass.
Yeah, very nice.
Safe. Steve Young and Tommy Helson are still at it. Can't seem to get too close to Steve. Let's see if Don's still on his tail. Let's see if Kenny can pull away. Nice to see Don had some fun in the mid-pack. Again, he's had some rough starts in the last little while, getting caught in incidents.
Yeah, it could be very frustrating when that happens. And right now, that's the only interesting battle we have. Yeah, Kenny and Don.
Going into the S's of the inner loop. Whoa, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Whoa.
Big error by Steve.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had that problem in inner loop, right? If you hit those curves a certain way, it just bounces you all over.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, what's up?
Hello, Christopher.
We can hardly hear you on the stream.
Is that right? What's going on?
Yeah.
Because everything in the mixer is showing red. I'll turn it up.
So it's just very low.
Uh-huh.
So it was hard to, and also maybe bring down the game audio a little bit because it gets really loud when it's in the cockpit.
Okay.
So sorry for barging in,
No,
but
that's okay. I'll look at those advanced audio properties thing again.
yeah, no worries. It's crowded in the bus. I won't bother you guys.
You're not bothering at all.
Well, if you bring donuts, you can come.
I did go to the store though. Yeah.
So Kenny and Don still battling. Actually, Don passed Kenny.
Did he? Again?
Yeah, he took the lead from him.
I was watching. We had that on the stream. Yeah, I'm just playing with the audio here. I think I found something that can help. It will help.
"15-second lead from Danny Holtz.
Kenny's going to have another go at Don here. He's on the outside going in. He's not going to be able to make that stick. No.
No.
Don will be loving this.
I think he's going to be sweating, actually.
That's for sure.
think you guys.
That is literally the. Yeah, there's another battle. It's between Brian Chubb and Derek Bird. And John Saunders actually is coming right behind the two of them. Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. John Saunders is going to overtake both Derek Bird and Brian. He just did with, he just overtook Brian and now he's going for Derek.
He can try.
Oh!
Yeah. Side by side racing here.
Oh, nice.
Really hard racing.
Yeah. So apparently, Jonathan and myself are too loud.
I know. I saw that. I'm playing with the properties here.
So that's a nice comeback from John Saunders. After
Well, he's in P15.
yeah, but hey, he had to drive through, remember?
Yeah, and you can only blame yourself for that one. You know, it's
I know.
you gotta really kick yourself. Kind of sucks. Been there, done that.
Daniel, 17-second lead.
Yeah, you can't believe that, can you?
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Chris Moses, P2, and Murchie is having a great race in P3, by the way.
Yeah, a great podium right there. So John is now challenging Derek Bird.
Yeah, it's a little group, good little group in
Much
here.
faster, but it's very difficult to get by. He's going to try around the outside. He's all in the marbles.
He's gonna lose
Oh,
a position
dear.
almost. Chubb's trying to take advantage of him.
Yeah. And now Derek goes defensive. The right-hander, as is his right. John has Chubb right up his. You know
Nope.
what?
Yeah, he can't get too aggressive. He'll lose a spot too.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Now, with so many off-camber corners, you know, if you get on the outside of an off-camber corner, you're going door to door. The guy on the outside is always going to basically go off or be compromised. Camber corners, like positive camber, that's all very well, but a negative camber, forget about it.
John, take a look here. We only have nine minutes left. People are going to start getting anxious to get some positions here.
Yep. John got a good exit there from P1.
See if he tries something.
Derek is going to go defensive again. Yeah, as he does. It is. Nowhere to go, basically.
Let all three of them. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Oh, John's got something on him there, some momentum on him there.
Yeah, got a great exit, but there's nowhere to go.
No,
with
yeah,
it.
that's right.
Left-hander.
Yeah. Try the
Do the
outside.
same thing again. No, it's really got to set yourself up for. You've got to set yourself up for this next corner to be able to do an out-braking maneuver. There's not many second gear corners, are there? And that's where you're going to be able to do the out-braking maneuver. There's maybe two here that makes sense, but you've got to get a much better exit from that previous uphill right-hander. Chance is gone on this lap.
Because Derek's not going to make any mistakes, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very unlikely.
Side here. Oh. Oh, is John ever going? Or Derek ever going defensive? nowhere from your goal.
Got loads of speed, isn't he?
Okay.
Once again,
Here we go again.
Eric's making it impossible for him.
Oh, he's gonna
gonna
try
go.
anyway.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
What a
Wow!
pass that
What a
was.
dive! That was amazing.
I'm gonna
That's incredible. I didn't see that coming at all.
let's watch that back. I'm gonna replay
I
that
think John shut his eyes there.
from inside Derek's car.
Great move.
Try to replay. Yeah. Oh, I
Wow.
missed it somehow. Whoa! What happened there? Oof. Lost the signal somehow. Where are we?
Danny Holtz now almost 20-second gap.
Oh my God.
That reminds me of that's what Peter used to do.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
In group 1.
Yeah. Well, Saunders has got pulled ahead now, so he was obviously had the pace on Derek. Now Chubb is going to take him on.
Kenny Fencer now is over, done. That battle is not over yet.
Yeah, they're swapping positions back and forth, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Chris Bourne is still hanging in there with Steve Young.
Yeah,
Watch all those.
89.
Oh, something went off the back. And look who, Mr. Bucilli has caught up with these two. And Chubb had a bad inner loop. So what is he driving? He is driving a Nissan.
Yeah, that's the car he always drives.
Look at that in his cockpit. They even have Nissan gloves.
They threw the gloves in the contract when he signed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going down the inside. Is Chubb. He's past
Yep.
Derek with a little bit of door banging there.
And now
Well, Derek goes sideways, but Stefan's got nowhere to go.
Oh, and all of a sudden there's 4 cars back to back.
Yeah. Ollie's right there
Ryan,
too.
Chubb, Derek. Yeah.
And Ollie.
And Ollie fourth, yeah.
Oh, he's
see
got
what
some
happens.
momentum here. Not gonna make it stick yet. Oh, he's going on the inside. Took a peek.
Oh, Chubb just got it all but
Chubb,
T1.
Ryan went way too wide there, yeah.
I think he might get away with it.
He did.
I don't know if he is.
Derek's trying. Oh, it looks like he almost brushed the wall again on the outside, did Chubb? Jeez.
Wow.
He's got the inside, though, for the corner.
Oh, all three of them now are in.
And Stefan is going for it. Stefan dives down
Yeah,
the
yeah,
inside
yeah.
side of Derek. And he
Nice
made it as
move.
well.
Yeah.
That's a great
Nice
move right
move.
there.
A lot of passes on the
Excellent.
entry there, isn't there?
Yeah.
3 minutes left.
right.
Everybody's risking a little bit, a little.
3 minutes to go.
They're all having a little bit too much fun out there, I think.
Yeah, where did Ollie come from all of a sudden? And Chris Bourne and Young are still at it. But this is the fun.
Oh, and Derek just spun. Derek just
Yeah, he did.
he half
Yeah, he
spun,
Yeah.
and he's let
let's watch that.
a couple of cars by.
Here's the replay.
It was in that same spot that Peter was having problems.
He just lost the tail a little bit.
In the same car. So clearly, the Porsche does not like that kind of turn. That
Exactly.
like off camber turn.
Yeah, and Chris Bourne is really challenging Steve Young right now for P8. He's over his bat now.
2 minutes left. 3 laps probably, or 2 laps maybe.
Yeah, 2 laps.
Let's see how the tires are hanging out for these two. That battle we were watching earlier with, well, it's Chubb and all that. They're all a second apart now. The only battle left. Oh, Danny Holtz just shows yellow.
What?
No.
Oh, he's okay. He just went off a little bit. I just saw some yellow there on him.
Yeah, what happened? Something happened. Or he just passed. No, he just slapped Derek. He just slapped Derek.
Yeah, maybe there was some contact there.
Hmm.
He just went off wide or something.
What do you
He
mean?
hit him. He hit him. So Danny Holtz has lots of damage on the right side of his car.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
But wait, there's a 20. Wait a second.
Let me
20
see if I can
second,
pull
20-second gap so far.
if I can pull the replay of that.
There's a 20-second gap with Chris Moses now.
Just watching it's holding at 20 seconds, so I don't know if he's lost too much. He lost 4 seconds off his times.
Okay,
So
so he's
something
gonna
definitely
have to go for another lap. He's gonna, yeah. Leader, yeah, he
Last lap.
tried, but he tried to slow down
Oh,
to avoid doing a last lap, but it didn't work. So he's doing a last lap right now. He was 6 seconds left in the race when he went over the line.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's lapping now Stephen Barty. Okay, wow.
This battle, Chris definitely wants to get into 8th place.
You know what? Some guys in Group 1 are really scratching their heads. They're going like just being lapped by Danny Holtz.
That doesn't happen in Group 1.
It doesn't, yeah, it rarely happens, but there you go.
Oh, Chris Bourne just went off a little bit. So last lap, if you're going to try something. He's got some momentum going into the loop. Looks on the outside.
Yeah, so there we definitely have our podium there. Danny, Chris, and Murchie.
Well, let's follow them there. There's Danny in first place. 22 seconds up. That was what he was doing. He was slowing down. He's back to his race pace. Chris Moses. Let me look at the TV cam here. Chris Moses in second. Murchie in third. Nick Sharpenberry.
And here he goes.
Yeah.
Amazing
What a
from
race.
Danny.
What a
Very
win.
nice.
Nice win.
What a win. Absolutely amazing. Well done. Chris Moses in P2.
Bourne is still battling for 8th place here. How far they got? They got lots of traffic to go, or lots of space to go yet. Gonna give it a shot. I don't think he's gonna make it. Has Chris gone over the start-finish line? Yes, he has. Murchie's just gone by. There we go. Sharpen just gone by. Larson.
Great race, guys. Thank you very much for having me along. I have to go post the results.
Okay, let's
Talk to you next week. Thank you very much, all.
Let's see if we can
Cheers.
grab somebody into the.
Cheers.
I've got Danny I can drag in. Where is it? everybody in podium interview. Danny, who else am I looking for? Hello, Danny.
How he was doing, but it's fine.
And is Chris? I'm just trying to find anybody else that's in the podium. So you had quite a race, Danny. You're out there all by yourself.
Yeah, I'm impressed with myself. I'm very grateful for my team because I've been training so hard. I don't think I'm going to be able to race the next race because I have things to do, and I'm just grateful that I have the time and race with you guys because it's always such a huge pleasure.
Well,
I've been practicing. Yeah, I've been practicing a lot. I mean, I am using much better gear than what I used to have.
Is that right?
I think that helps, you know. And it's basically the pedals. I'm just so in love with these pedals.
I have the same pedals. I agree. They're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. It's just the progression. It's not the progression. It's the regression of the brakes when you're trail braking. That regression that is just so. It's just spot on.
And you can set them up so many different ways for the way you like your angles and whatnot, and your weights.
Yeah.
So, do you like this track? You mean you just blew everybody else away?
It is one of my favorite tracks.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Ferrari, you're liking the Ferrari also, obviously.
I love it. I'm in love with this car.
Did you switch to this car since the change?
Well, I actually registered with the Porsche, and I actually tried the Porsche on this track and several other tracks. And it was just after a while, during the tire degradation, it was just breaking. The rear end was just breaking out of control. I was just losing it, and I said, I don't want to go into this. And since I'm doing some SRO training with the team, everybody said just switch to the Ferrari for now. Switch to the Ferrari for now. It's basically the beginner car, and they were right. I mean, you can see it here. A lot of people are using the Ferrari right now.
Yeah.
When will that change? Well, we'll see.
So you do have a team. You weren't joking. You do have a team.
I do have a team. It's my own team. I created the team about 3 years ago, and it's called Fusion Racing.
Okay.
And I've got guys scattered all over the place. SRO, GTRC, racing in the European League. My problem is that I'm going back and forth. I've gotten, thank God, that I've gotten really busy because I was struggling the past 2 years with work and everything, contracts, pandemic, and blah blah blah. So now I'm really thankful that my agenda is full. So that's what's keeping me off. But I've gotten a lot of training. I have to say, just a shout out to my team, Fusion Racing. Thank you guys for all the support, for the help, and my buddy Charlie here, who's lending me his rig. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And hey, thanks to everybody. I mean, eSeniors is just an awesome group.
Good.
I love it.
Thanks, Chris. How did you couldn't even see Danny very much, but give us a synopsis of your race. Hello, Chris.
Not enough prep for sure.
Oh yeah.
I just slapped my spa setup with a low downforce. Obviously, it wasn't the right move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So but I just drove a consistent race and lucky to have second. To be honest, I just didn't have the pace I should have had. I don't think so.
Peter Wolfschreiner had a tough race. He just didn't have pace today, so that's going to shake up the standings quite a bit.
It's a good race for me as far as the championship goes because the three guys on top all had bad races. So
how about
lucky for me.
Yeah, right. How about Watkins Glen? You like Watkins Glen?
Not the hugest fan, but I mean, if you get the car set up right, it's kind of like you really have to have it just right, and to the point where you don't want to make it's a dangerous track too, so you don't want to have a.
Well, yeah, there was.
Go ahead. I went real conservative on stuff like ride height and stuff like that.
There was a lot of people. A lot of people had accidents around the inner loop. If you just hit those curbs a little too heavy, man, it just bounces all over. So a lot of incidents there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. Great race, Danny. Great race, Chris. And we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Awesome, Danny. You kicked butt. That was cool.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll see you again next week for Group 2 and Group 1.